Luke dropped out in year 10 and he was a tradie. And then I finished year 12 and then moved to uni.
What is the biggest revenue and profit you've had in a month so far?
Like our first month, we kind of like got it live, got a winning ad straight away and scaled straight up to 50K in rev. And our second month, we scaled all the way up to like 400K. In our second month, it was
400K revenue in a month.
In a month. It was crazy. And then like in 1 week, we did like 100K. Like it was freaking wild.
So hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Success Stories. My name is Will Schmar. I'm one of the co-founders here at Freedom Club. I'm here with Joel and Luke. Welcome, guys. How are you feeling?
Very good. Very hyped
good,
up.
thank you.
Yeah?
Pretty happy.
Cool. I'm been really excited for this one. So for those that don't know, Success Stories, the name does explain it. I'm traveling around Australia and I'm interviewing Freedom Club's most successful students. The idea is to hopefully inspire someone who's already on their e-commerce journey, or maybe inspire someone to start. Yeah, like I apologize if ever the boys, speak over each other. We're doing a 3-person interview here. So I'll let them talk more about themselves. But to start, tell us about like who you are to each other.
So me and Luke are everything to each other. We're brothers, we're best mates, we're roommates, we're business partners. We're legit everything. We've been hanging around each other since day one. Everyone thinks we're twins. We're not actually twins. I'm the oldest, but we do everything together. So best buddies.
Yeah, he does play a pretty big impact in my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
God bless. So what is the age difference there?
2 years. So we always trick everyone that Luke's older than me, but it's a lie.
Okay.
I've been lied to.
Don't believe it.
Don't believe it.
A lot of people actually think that though, that I'm the older, but I don't know how.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I can definitely tell, in your energy, 2 years isn't a long period of time, but I feel like at this age, a lot happens. Like each year, men really do change. So how old are you guys?
So I'm 24.
24, 26.
Bang.
Shit, God, I'm good at math.
Yeah, you are good at math, my man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm not going to say start with the boring stuff, but I'd like to start from the beginning. Where you guys went to school, what you did for study, I feel like is really relevant because when someone's getting into e-com, they want to find something that they can connect with, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming because you two basically do everything together. Did you guys also go to school together?
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
did. We weren't as best buddies back then. Like we used to clash heads a little bit more.
Yeah.
Luke was like a little Minecraft
Yeah,
nerd.
I was a little bit of Minecraft.
Luke loved
nerd.
Minecraft, and then I was more like sporty and into the sports. And then I moved to Melbourne, and then once I moved to Melbourne, Luke and I just kind of like bonded. Luke dropped out in year 10 and he was a tradie, and then I finished year 12 and then moved to uni.
Okay. Oh, and just quickly, actually, I forgot to give everyone a teaser. What is the most profit you've made in a month so far?
40K profit, which was in our second month.
Okay. So we're going to get to that soon, but I wanted to get that in early.
Yeah.
Okay, so you finished year 12, Joel.
Yeah.
Luke, you
dropped out.
at year 10.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a cool story. Drop out to ecom. But you dropped out and you went to a trade college. Is that right?
So I dropped out and then moved to Melbourne straight away. I think year 11 or just finished year 11 and then dropped out and moved up to Melbourne to be a Friggy.
What's a Friggy?
A refrigeration mechanic.
Makes sense. That's a cool name. Yo,
It's
what's
a cool
up?
name.
I'm a
Friggy.
Friggy.
Yeah, so I did that at the airport.
What up? Okay, you did that at the airport?
Yeah, and then like I had a massive personality change with like everything, like friendship group change and everything like that. Like stopped playing video games, like started getting more into sport, partying a bit more, stuff like that.
So you're more
Fashion.
social.
Fashion as well.
Fashion.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look
both
at
of your
him.
fashions, you guys are
He's-
super cool. Like
He's
I'm just,
dripping out over here.
yeah. I mean, look at you guys. I'm just in the old all black. I'm not very creative. You guys
Hey,
are
all
super cool.
black is cool though. Pull it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It is cool.
Confidence level going up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so you were a Friggy. Then
Yeah.
you basically had a big turning point in your
Yeah.
life by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
What sort of triggered the turning point for you, mate?
I don't know. I guess I just wasn't really happy at that point and all that, like when I was in sales. So like moving up to Melbourne and then hanging out with like probably like a different crowd and stuff like that, I kind of like more came out of my shell. Yeah, I just did the apprenticeship for like 4 years, got the certificate.
Let's go.
And then was doing it qualified for about 6 months and then
Sick.
quit.
Yeah.
Okay, why did you quit?
So I started studying PT and nutrition, which I'm doing now, but
Cool.
we were
I did
doing
that,
e-com
as you know. Yeah.
on the side as well. So like, yeah.
I remember you telling me about this, and because I want to touch on when we first met, 'cause this is really cool. This is not the first time we're all meeting. Okay, so you were doing. I remember you telling me about this, that you're doing the PT on the side. Now, what about you, bro? Like, what were you doing for work?
So my story, I was a bit of a trouble child back in the day.
Okay.
So I got like suspended from school like 11 times in year 11. And then I got kicked out of the school. Like I was just
Took them a while to kick you out, bro.
yeah, I know. So I was a bit of trouble as a kid. And then mum was either like, either go and get a trade or we'll send you to like the grammar school, which is like the nice school because that's where mum worked. And she was like, and you like pull your finger out. So I did that. I pulled my finger out, grinded for year 12, got a decent ATAR, but still had no idea what I wanted to do. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to take a gap year, do some travel, kind of figure it like, just kind of chill out for a bit and find out what kind of resonates with me. But then like I started working like a labor job for like probably 6 weeks and I could like, I'm a princess.
Okay. Well, you look like a big, strong man, like you were saying, so I wouldn't have picked it.
Don't get deceived.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I'm such a big princess. Like I can't get my hands dirty, and I'm like more of a strategic thinker and stuff like that. I've never been really like got the softest hands in the game right here. These things have only been typing. So I like pulled out of that and was like, nah, I got to move to Melbourne. I've got to work on.
Did you both move to Melbourne at the same time?
Nah.
I was a
So,
little bit before. Luke.
Like
yeah,
how-
a year and a half maybe.
And then
Yeah.
you were together from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, keep going, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I moved to Melbourne and I started studying business, but I was more just kind of in Melbourne with my mates, kind of partying. Failed my first year at uni because I was barely rocking up, kind of thing.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I get you.
Yeah. And then after that year, like mum was like, you need to like figure something out. And because at the end of that year, I'd dislocated my shoulder twice.
Yeah.
And so I went and saw like a physio in Cairo and I was like, you know what, I could see myself doing something like this. And so I swapped over and I started studying chiropractic. And so
Okay.
that's what I studied for 4 years. And then I got to it's a 5-year course. And
Okay.
so I studied that for 4 years, got to like pretty much my final year. And I was like, I'm a pretty like driven guy. When I lock in for something, I like kind of make that shit work.
Yeah,
And
amen.
so I got to that point where I was like, okay, if I graduate now, I'm legit going to probably want to start a business, get so locked in, like and my future is going to be stuck in a location. It's going to be this, and that. And I was like,
Yeah.
is this really what I want to do? So I took a year off to go traveling, and then 1 year turned into 2 years of traveling.
And you remember, so you only had 1 year left of your 5-year.
of my 5-year
degree.
course, and
Yeah.
mum was like pulling her hair out. She was so.
Your mum sounds really supportive of you both.
Our mum is the best. And
Yeah,
our
she's
parents are the
amazing.
best in general. Like mum
Yeah.
and dad and our whole family are so supportive. So
Oh, God
like,
bless. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, we got the most like we've actually fully lucked out with
Yeah.
family. Like we're absolutely blessed by it.
Yeah, good.
Family first always. So very lucky there. And
Well, that's why we get along. Family first for me too. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
from there, I got into e-com and was like, I always wanted to start my own clothing brand or something like that.
Did you get into e-com at the same time?
Like,
I kind of got into it earlier.
How much earlier? I'm just curious about specifics. And just quickly, so you both have actually done laboring. You both have done extra education outside of school too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're pretty different jobs. Are you living in Melbourne together yet? Before
Yeah.
you got into e-com.
Yeah, so Luke had moved to Melbourne. We weren't living together. We were living, like I was living in a house with all my uni mates. And then Luke was,
Okay.
in a house
with one of my mates.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well,
Okay.
what would you say?
Brad
Apartment?
Naz, who we're living with him at the moment. So
Yeah.
credit to you, Nazzles.
Okay. Oh, so now there's 3 of you together.
Oh, now we got 5 people living
Yeah.
in the house. It's a massive boys' house.
Okay,
It's
that's-
so much fun.
Oh my god.
It can
Wow.
get really distracting, but it's so much fun
Yeah.
at the same time.
So you got into e-com first.
Yeah.
Why e-com?
Well, started off with a clothing brand and started there, and originally started off with used goods with my mate, and we kind of started that at the start, and then he kind of took over that. It's like a vintage clothes store online.
He's
And
killing it now
yeah,
too.
he's
Yeah?
killing it now. So credit Wags.
Yeah.
But
Go
yeah,
Wags.
he-
Good on you, bro.
Yeah,
That's
he's
good.
killing it now. And then that was like kind of where my entrepreneurship kind of started. And then I was always into like fashion and clothes. And then from there, I was like, okay, I just don't have the actual fundamental skill sets to be able to grow a brand.
Okay.
And that led me into e-commerce, where I was like, okay, I need to learn, because everything always comes to like your knowledge. Like you've got to kind of know and have the skill sets first to be able to make something of it.
Yeah,
because
of
you're
course.
only going to burn out.
Yeah.
And so that's where that realization hit, and I started moving into ecom as the way to kind of learn the skills.
You know, you said this was the start of entrepreneurship. Now, you say it lightly, but the thing is, it's actually a really big deal for any individual to try and start their own business. You know, there's a lot of limiting beliefs. You know, people are scared of failure. Some people just like working for someone else because it's just less risky. So what would you say gave you the courage to even just get into entrepreneurship in the clothing brand? Like, is that just the type of person you are? Like,
Yeah, I've always hated the idea of working for someone. Like I've always I've ADHD riddled with it. I've always just kind of like wanted to do my own thing. I struggle to work for somebody else because I like to be a leader, and I always like to be kind of in charge of my life and have control. So that's a big one for me as well. And then I've always been a risk taker for sure. And like risks don't really scare me too much.
but just even on that, like risks don't scare you too much already. Like you're a risk taker, and that's just such an important quality to succeed in anything in life, not just e-commerce, dropshipping, or what we do at Freedom Club, but like in general, you need to be able to take risks. So,
and especially at a young age too, I think being able to like take it at a young age, like while we don't have as many
family, kids.
Extra stuff that kind of like somewhat ties us down a bit.
You're right.
Right now is kind of like the opportunity where it's like we can fail as much as we possibly can right now and learn as much as possible, because this is like the best time to do it.
Amen. I completely agree. My old man actually always used to say that to me. He's like, son, like work hard and take risks and fail now, because, you know, if you can't just quit your day job if you're you know, supporting kids. Imagine if it doesn't work out, your kids just don't eat. Like it's just too much to risk.
Yeah.
So Luke, when did you get into, so how long till you got into ecom after your brother got into it?
Well, we brought the course together, but like Joel had been like trying out the whole clothing brand and all that probably 6 to 8 months, I'd say, prior to it. And then, that's when we started living together for a little bit, and then we were kind of like...
So you were saying when you started living together?
Yeah, so we started living together for a little bit. Yeah, just from there, kind of like we just had conversations about like business, etc. Because I was stressing out heaps in my job and all that as well. So like I kind of wanted to do something different.
You wanted a way out. And you so you both, the first e-commerce course you guys did, was it Freedom Club? Was that the first education, proper education you did?
Yeah.
Proper education. Yeah, we were tossing up between a couple.
Yeah.
And that was at the time that you guys did your giveaway.
Okay.
And
Oh wow, it's a long time ago. Yeah, how long
Yeah.
ago did you join Freedom Club?
Ages.
A while now. yeah, about 2
November
years.
2023.
Okay, so you would have been, we launched at the start of 23, so you would have been one of our first. some of our
Yeah,
first
we were there
students.
early.
My
We were-
guys, respect.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But we were hoping to get the giveaway. Didn't win, but whoever did win, well done.
Lucky you. So you had a few competitors, and you considered some competitors. Why did you pick us? I'm actually genuinely curious. Happy you did.
Yeah.
And I bet you're happy you did as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we were a bit skeptical about like everything. Like I reckon if you look on your Instagram and go on your DMs, I messaged you at the start being like, is this a scam or not? So,
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon if you actually go back and look at that, like there's actually messages between us from like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Like, I
I'll
was so
check it.
skeptical.
I'm
about
curious.
it.
I'm going to have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing is like, people have, that's one of the limiting beliefs. Like, this is a scam. This is too good to be true. This isn't going to work for me. Let's prove all those people wrong. So I want to talk about your journey, because honestly, I said it before we even started the interview. So we had a Melbourne meetup. So occasionally Freedom Club, well, we're trying to do them more often than not now. We have meetups because e-commerce can be quite isolating. So if there's any chance where we can all actually like meet and get to interact and just be a part of a community, I mean, what human doesn't want to be part of a community? So we all met up in Melbourne. When was it? It was...
End of last year, I think. It was before Chrissy.
It was before Chrissy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you guys had already been with the Freedom Club then for like a year or something, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So I met these two gentlemen at the meetup. Now, they told me, so guys, e-commerce, it's very rare for it to work the first go, okay? If you want to be successful at this, which you should really listen to that story, you can't give up, okay? You need to keep trying. Now, whether you start a new brand or you try different products, you just have to keep going. Now, these boys, these men, they were pretty stressed because like they were trying so hard, putting so much time into this, and they were just like, we just want it to work. We just want it to work. But I looked at both of them and I knew they were going to find success because it was just the attitude and how they were speaking about it, right? Now, at this time, you guys had tried, when we met, how many products did you try?
We tried a lot of products. So at the start, like we had like a little bit of I wouldn't say early success, but had some good indicators that we might have been onto a winner. And so we kind of got stuck on this one product for a while that we thought we were going to be able to scale, and we just put so much time into it, and then it just was never working.
That's disheartening, right? It's
Yeah.
tough, especially when you see success and you go, hey, I've got this. And then you need the discipline to let it go and then try the next thing. And again, not many people can do that. Like it's tough.
Yeah. And so like we remained on the same store, hey?
Yeah.
And just tested like so many like products in that store. And because I'm
Give me a number. How many products did you test?
I think if you look like back on the store, there
From
was
start to finish.
like 20 plus different products that we'd kind of tried on that store.
This
Okay.
store had
Yeah, go,
been
Luke.
through so much and all that. Because like we, at the very
I
start.
love that. The store had been through so much. The poor
It-
store just threw the
Yeah,
ringer.
like the ad account, everything, like it had been through so much. But like at the very start, I started my own and then Joel started his, but I got banned
Yeah.
on Meta straight away.
Yeah, Meta
And
can be
then-
difficult. It's frustrating.
So then we're just like, you know what, we're just gonna do the exact same store like together.
Okay, that
And
makes sense. And then you guys are such a good team. It makes sense that you just, you band together.
yeah, pretty happy that we made that decision.
Just to give everyone a bit of a background, trying 20 products, like the effort it takes to try each product, like it's time consuming, it's disheartening. So the methods we teach at Freedom Club, you have one primary product, your main product, that's the most expensive, and then you have two complementary products. That's at least how you start. And as you start selling your primary, you're getting upsells, cross sells, whatever it is, you can start, adding more products to whatever niche you're in. Now, most people, I would say, I think my first e-com store, I think I got success maybe my 5th product. Honestly, like I'm going to be completely truthful. I would not have waited 20 products. I would have given up. I really would have given up. I'm not going to lie. You guys, I don't know how many people, I'm serious. I do not know how many people would try that many products and not give up. Like,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Well, yeah, the thought process for me was kind of like, because by that time, we'd only been doing it for about a year or so. So I was kind of thinking, I'm like, Joe, it would take uni courses 4 or 5 years.
5 years.
5 years. It's like
Yeah.
Joel would be first year in his uni course and all that. And like this is an actual skill. So I was kind of like, we can't be giving up in the first year. If Joel's going to uni for 5 years, I'm doing an apprenticeship for 4 years and all that. Even though we tried that many products in the first year, we've only got 1 year under our belt, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Look, I just want to touch on that more, man, because I don't know, that just gave me goosebumps for some reason, because it's like you said that it's a skill. What you just said is so powerful. Like, think about it. People will go 4 or 5 years to university, 4 or 5 years to do a trade, right? And you had that same mentality. You're like, cool, well then you're willing to put 4 or 5 years into e-com. So first of all, that just makes sense, okay? Plus, it's a lot cheaper getting into e-commerce. Even if you pay $5,000 for a course or whatever, it's a lot cheaper than a university degree and a trade, right? Also, you are learning a skill. Like, think about how much you guys have, and I want to hear about what you've learned from e-com, but it's like you learn how to be entrepreneurs, you learn how to be businessmen, you learn how to build a website, a brand. Dropshipping is just logistics. That's just one part of it. You learn email marketing, you learn meta ads, TikTok ads if you're into that. You learn how to, handle customers, how to get customers to come back to you, how to handle disgruntled customers. And it's like you learn a skill that can translate in so many areas of your business life. So what I love about especially like our course is the reason we have such low refund rates is even when people don't find success as quick as they would like, they are learning so much, they're learning a skill, and it's so valuable in itself. So I just wanted to add that because yeah, man, even just you saying like, I'm learning a skill here and you acknowledging that is, I couldn't agree with it more.
Yeah. And it's like, because I was kind of thinking while studying like PT, I'm like, if I wanted to go do like online personal training with these skills with online marketing and understanding like the psychology behind everything like that, like I'll actually be able to probably do better than majority of online PTs because I'll know how to hit people's pain points and like how to structure an ad
Yeah.
and everything like that and like how to market better because I've already got all this under my belt.
It's a smart way to look at it. It's like, yeah, even if God forbid e-com dropshipping didn't work out for you, which it did, you can translate that directly into your PT online business. So
Yeah.
just straight away, both of you, like you've got great mindsets and obviously you've got the like absolute grit, not giving up. And I think that I believe that, from my opinion, I think that if I was to give people advice getting into e-commerce, it'd literally be just don't give up, But I want to ask you guys, and you could take turn answering. What would be, and again, guys, if you want to address, like, look right into that camera if you want, and like, if you want to give some advice, I mean, Joel, you can go first if you want, to people in e-commerce, whether they're just starting or maybe they're too scared to start. Is there something that comes to mind that you just want to tell the world about e-com or about Freedom Club? Or
I got to a point in my life where I just decided that I wanted to have the freedom. Like I looked in front into my future and I was like, I want to be able to work from wherever, with whoever, be able to travel. And I want this like from my life. And so I was like, I don't care how long it takes me. I'd still prefer to be working at that and feel aligned working at that than working in my kind of 9-to-5 job where I don't have that freedom or where I don't have like the ability to live, because we only do live once, and once it's over, it's over. And so you've kind of got to take advantage of the time that you have like here on earth, and you want to be able to kind of live and have a skill behind you that's going to support that life that you want to live. And you don't want to let it to get on top of you and you just like kind of fall behind and not realize like, okay, like I don't want to look back at everything when I'm like 50 or even older and go like, I wish I'd done that, or I wish I'd done this. Being able to like take that leap early was pretty, important, I think.
Okay, so if you were to put that into, and bro, I love it, man. You're honestly giving me goosebumps. So if you were to put that into advice, like what would you say to someone?
I would say always be a sponge, soak up as much information as possible, because with every failure is a huge lesson. So always just like learn from as much as you can. Like every time something might feel like you're down in the dumps, the only way is up. So there's just so much to learn when you're in those areas. And I would always have this like note above my desk that I'd look at every day. And when it'd be like the hard times are the good times, because this is when like you're learning the most and you go like you can take the most from it. And so I would just stare at that when things get hard or when things just seem like it wasn't going to work out. I'd just be like, come on, this is where the dogs are being let out right now. I'd start barking at the mirror a little bit, going a bit nuts, pumping Luke up next door kind of thing. And we would just like stay in there and realize that this is like where most people would drop off, and that we weren't going to drop off there because like we weren't willing to give up, because we had that longer vision. And so be a sponge, soak up as much information as you can, because every failure is a lesson. So always look at it that way.
Powerful, bro. It's true. And I agree with you, man. Well, thank you. And I know for a fact that's going to be helping people, bro. What, Luke, mate, what do you think? What do you got for the people? Maybe there's a struggle, there's something that you faced and that you conquered. And it's like how you conquered it, maybe a lot of people don't know how to conquer that struggle.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's something that you struggled with and how did you handle it? And that can simply be the advice, man.
Probably consistency and all that. Because like I didn't back myself much at all. So I'd see something fail and all that and be like, nah, I'm not that good at this skill. Like I'd always look at other people and think that they're better than me, especially like in a place where you see people dominating, and it's like you look at something and you're like, that creative is like so good in my eyes. I could put so much effort, but like it just doesn't work.
So are you saying like you always had such a high bar like for yourself by comparing to others, and that's what always strived you to?
Yeah, strived me.
Is that what you
like,
mean? Is that what
in
you?
a way, yeah, that's kind of like what I mean.
I think that's really important. Is having a goal that's also constantly moving. And being inspired by people. I mean, whether it's like I'm Christian, I believe in Jesus. So sometimes like for me, it's Jesus, or it could be family, could be, an entrepreneur that inspires you. I think that's really important. And then, like you said, staying consistent, because you've got a clear goal and you're going to keep working towards it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just having the ability to back yourself like all the time.
And you back yourself,
even
right?
When now I do.
Well, look at that already. That's some personal development through this journey, man. Now you back yourself, and you should always back yourself. Look what you guys have done. This is it now. Like you guys have worked it out, because once you have the conviction and the confidence, your life's sorted now. Whether this store that you're working on right now ends up failing or not, which it's not going to, I've got so much faith in you guys. You've worked it out for life. You guys, let's talk about results, okay? You went from trying 20 different products. You were working at it for how many years? Or
probably like a year and a half or so. We were stuck on this kind of like 1 or 2 stores. and then nothing was working. And then I actually went through a pretty like hard time going through like a breakup that got pretty hectic. And then
Wow.
it was like kind of like a somewhat messy breakup at that time. And then after that, we kind of like was like, all right, we need to just try something completely different here because like I'm locked in now, like I'm committed. I've got so much more time to put into this kind of thing. And then like after that, the first like store that we just tried again completely fresh, and then it just absolutely took off.
So this is quite a pivotal moment because I mean, going through a breakup, grieving the loss of someone you love, honestly is one of the hardest things like a man or woman can go through, really. Like there's nothing like a broken heart, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, well, that was pretty hectic time for me. And then as that kind of happened, I was putting like all of my kind of motivation and stuff into this business. Would pretty much just stay up like all night, some nights, and just be like grinding it out because I was just so like dialed in on making this thing work because I was just like in that emotional state as well that was powering me a lot at that time.
Even that, man, like, you know, this so I just am recognizing so many good qualities in you guys. Like most people, you know, when things get tough, they quit. And like, you know, if someone was going through a breakup, you know, you could have responded in a negative way and gone, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to go out and party. I'm going to go, you know, sleep with tons of women. I'm going to like just self-destruct. That's what some people do. Instead, you go, hey, I'm going to grind and I'm going to work. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to work on my business. And like, I just want to say good on you for that. That's massive.
Yeah, it was a big pivotal. Like I haven't drank all year. Like took the whole year off drinking, like no fast foods. Like I've gone like full, like nearly monk mode for the whole year. I've been pretty crazy this year. But
sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah. And it's been like, it's obviously paid off. It's been so sick.
Just quickly on the payoff, right? So talking results. So what is the biggest revenue and profit you've had in a month so far?
So our first month, we kind of like got it live, got a winning ad straight away and scaled straight up to 50K in rev. And then our second month, like I was just aggressively scaling Facebook. Like I was going nuts at the start because I was so hungry for it. And our second month, we scaled all the way up to like 400K. In our second month, it was
300, 400K revenue in a month.
In a month. It was crazy. And then like in 1 week, we did like 100K. Like it was freaking wild. Like,
we were scaling too quickly because like Joe was looking at the front end, doing all the marketing. I was at the back end with all the finance and stuff.
You're like, oh my God.
I'm like, we're running into cash flow problems because like we're not getting paid out quick enough by Shopify because we're putting so much into marketing and all that. And so then I'm like, Joel, we don't have to slow down. And then he's like,
I'm like full speed ahead. Like I was like, we are on and I'm going to the moon. But Luke's like I was in the front end of the business. So I've always been marketing where Luke was all like operations and like back end finance and stuff. And so I'm here like scaling us to the moon, but then Luke's on the other side, trying to deal with all the customer support and all like the like logistics side. And like I did have the good side. Like Luke was going through a bit of hell there, where I was kind of like just like going like, let's go. But then it got to a point where we were scaling too fast that like we couldn't really keep up with it on the back end, so we had to slow down a bit. And then also what happened, we scaled up so fast and we started delegating, hiring, bringing people in, our expenses like rose. And then what we found as well is that like a lot of people started selling our product and at the start, every second ad was a winning ad. Like it was crazy because we were one of the first people like in Australia to sell our product. Yeah. And so because like we kind of had a blue ocean here, and so the difference between a blue ocean and a red ocean is just like a red ocean is like extremely saturated, and a blue ocean is kind of when you come into a market that no one's really tapped into. And so we kind of had that blue ocean at that time where nobody else is selling our product, and it was just going so viral because it's got like a virality aspect to it, and we were just printing. And then everyone saw that we were printing and everyone started like selling our product.
That ocean started getting red.
Yeah, the ocean started getting red. And so that's where we had to learn a lot more skills in regards to like our marketing had to be better because like there's different ways to compete in e-commerce. And like at the start we were competing in product because no one had our product except for us really. And so it was very easy. Our marketing didn't have to be good because it was like our product was doing all the heavy lifting. But then after that, we couldn't compete on product anymore, but we had a lot more data than everybody else on our Facebook pixel.
Social proof and yeah.
So we had a lot of other things that we could compete on. We could compete on like AOV, which is all the front end, back end economics.
Yeah, that's
And
average order value.
Yeah. So there was a lot of things that we like learn along the way, and yeah, it's been a crazy, like awesome ride. And even though like we dropped off like a month after, we still did like 200K that month as well. Which was like, we were like, oh,
So-
at the time we were like, oh no, we're going down. But then we've looked at it, we're like, oh, is this doing 200K? We're like,
Yeah.
Kind of like super excited. It was good energy, but yeah.
Okay, so now you're two guys that are absolutely financially killing it, right? Which is just so exciting. And yet you have freedom. You can make money from your laptop, you can travel, you can do all the things you love. So as you guys know, we have a free challenge now. So I'm curious about this. So the free challenge is full video course, okay? Basically how to still, find your product, launch your brand, Facebook ads, everything. The difference is in our paid coaching, you get the one-on-one support, the interaction with coaches, and some people don't need the human support, but most people do. To me, right now with our marketing, like we want as many people to join the free challenge. And like I honestly, what we give away for free is just insane. There's no one else I've seen that gives away that much for free.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I've checked it out.
right?
Yeah,
So
it's pretty good.
right?
Yeah.
So Joel, what would you say to someone who is scared to get into e-com? What would you say to them to get them to start this challenge, knowing what it can do for their life? There's a free challenge. There's no financial risk. The upside is literally changing their life. What's something that you would say to them, man? Like, what's some advice? I'm just curious.
100% give it a go if it's something that you've been thinking about. It's like the content that you guys have at Freedom. Like when we first jumped on with Freedom, started watching Austin, like we were just like blown away and amazed with Austin. Like I was just like, how do I become this guy's best mate? Like I was jumping into his DMs. I was like, I like have to be Austin's best mate. Austin, still waiting.
Come on, Austin.
Come on,
He
be my
deserves
best
it.
mate. Yeah, yeah. We were just like blown away with just like how like awesome Austin was, and just like how intelligent and stuff he was at such a young age. And then just learning everything from Austin was sick, and how good the content is for like a learner as well. Like we've gone through a lot of courses now because we started like jumping into other mentorships to kind of like scale us.
Yeah.
Like working with kind of like Davey Fagati and his like the Udi and his
Yeah.
mentoring team
Yeah.
as well, and stuff like that. And just how good Freedom is in regards to being a beginner. Like these other courses are amazing for like businesses doing over $1 million, like revenue a year or a month. But like Freedom for being a complete beginner and learning the skill, there's legit no other course out there that I think would compare. Like it is pretty nuts.
So get into it. I want to say, by the way, so Austin is one of my business partners. Also wanted to ask, how much cash have you guys actually generated now from start to finish? It's over $1 million, right?
Yeah, in revenue, we've done over like 1.2 mil. But like at the
Crazy.
start, like when we were trying, we put ourselves into like 20K debt or something. Like we were going in the negatives hard. We were spending a lot of money just like on Facebook ads and trying to make stuff work.
I just want to highlight that not only did these guys try 20 products, they'd bought a course, they'd spent so much time getting into ecom. By the way, like some people, like it took them a long time. Some people it is a lot quicker, but you guys didn't give up. You also spent an additional, how much?
Probably, yeah, between us, like a fair bit.
Yeah.
20K almost, I think you
Probably,
said.
yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
that you don't have to do that, and it's rare, but it just shows you guys were serious. I mean, it's paid off. You've just made $1.2 million, but like, good on you guys for risking that and doing that. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been a cool ride, and we're still learning so much too. Like we found that there's also such levels to the game. Like we thought, like at the start, once we found a winning ad, we're like, oh, we've made it, we're done now. We've like game over. Like let's move to Dubai with Austin and Will and Josh.
yeah, we'd love to
kind
have
of
you.
thing. But it was like, okay, there's a level after this. Like, okay, you found one winning ad, but now how do you find winning ads continuously? How do you get that like content like system that continuously prints winners on repeat?
What's the plan for the future now?
Probably Dubai or Bali next year, hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully that's the
Yeah.
plan.
And with the winners, like even with your brand, like, so I didn't mean to cut you off because I'm curious. So you guys want to be in Bali or Dubai? You're still going to be living together, and you're
Yeah.
going to just keep scaling your store and
We do want to get a lot of travel in because that was the main purpose of it all at the start. Was like we want to travel and we want to have the freedom to kind of be able to like go wherever, do whatever, and just have the skill sets to know that we're going to be able to just print money from our laptop. So that was obviously the superpower that we wanted to work on and have. And then yeah, we also see what other business opportunities present to us as well along the way. Like we're definitely pretty open to other business opportunities that may arise. Like me personally, I'm very driven and want to have like a big impact some way and somehow in my life. So I've always been super driven like that. And Luke is also.
Yeah,
So,
I'm same. I see a lot of stuff happening overseas and everything like that, and I want to make impact, like even in third world countries and stuff like that eventually. So that's like one of the end goals would probably be working with like big charities and stuff like that. But got a little bit to get there.
Yeah, well, the point is you both got the intention and you both obviously have good hearts. So that's definitely runs in the family. Is there anything else that you guys want to add before we wrap this up?
I know a lot of people are quite skeptical about everything, and I really think it's belief systems. Like you need to actually like meet people to figure out that what we're doing now is actually possible, because so many people will probably try one product, two products, not stick with it and all that and be like, nah, it's not possible. But you've actually got to come in and actually have the belief systems to figure out like what we're doing is actually possible and anybody can actually do it. It's just sticking to it for a long enough period of time to be able to actually get there.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah, agree. And just touching on limiting beliefs as well, like business and e-com is just like such important and has played such a big role in our lives as well, because you go through so much shit and you have to learn like to believe in yourself, and you have to learn to become this person that's able to overcome like obstacles, and you grow so quickly and you grow so fast because you're just thrown in the deep end. And I think just like learning to like cut any limiting beliefs and believing in yourself, believing in your vision and stuff like that is ultimately like one of the best things that you can kind of take away from business and e-commerce in general, because it's like it's legit self-development. Like it's life. Like business is nearly life, because you grow as a person. Like as you grow and become a better person, your business grows as well.
Yeah, it's true.
And
they correlate.
They correlate.
Definitely.
And if you want to become a killer in life, like your business is going to become a killer as well, because like it just works directly with it. And so it was a great like thing for us to personally develop. I think we grew a lot, our business grew a lot, and it kind of goes hand in hand. And
I think that's where personally like I grew the most, was instead of looking as a mindset like you got to sit down and just grind it out, you actually have systems like in your business but personally as well. So it's more like you're growing into this individual instead of just waking up, sitting down, just trying to grind it out and all that. You kind of almost set up systems personally and in business, and you just like grow into this person instead of just grinding it out.
And it's more than money. Like
Makes
at the start, it was money. It was like, we want money to be able to do all this. But like now it's like the person you become to make that type of money or create those businesses is completely different to the person we were.
You know, they say that money amplifies who you are. So if you're a greedy person, you become more greedy. If you're a giving person, then you give more. So it's, I don't know if you guys have heard that, but I tend to believe it. It definitely amplifies who you are. So that's why by staying aligned. So I get that you do grow with your business.
100, yeah.
Because you have more money, more time, so you can focus on yourself, and whether it's doing good things for the world or not, it makes sense. It correlates. It goes together.
Yeah.
So I can connect with that. I just want to say, I know you both were very excited to chat, which I love that. You were
definitely.
so keen. Myself, Josh, and Austin, like we appreciate you so much. We appreciate the effort that you've gone to come here and do this. Speaking on camera, it's never easy. I know you guys are wanting to do it a lot more now, so this is a good start for you. You guys like just talking about helping people. You're not getting anything out of this besides like the chance to really make a difference in someone's life. And I'm really grateful for that. And I really hope anyone listening, if we can just help one of you change your life, like e-com's changed my life and changed these guys' life, then I would say that this conversation was a massive success. So
yeah, definitely.
thank you, boys, and I guess we'll chat more when you've done another $1 million or something.
Yeah.
Well, Black Friday's coming up, so let's go Q4.
Yeah. Q4, let's go. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. It's another episode of Success Stories, and see you in the next one.
And thanks for having us. And Freedom Club, we love you, and keep at it, keep doing it, because it'll all pay off.